What if your map detecting skills decided whether you got the job? Number of islands is a pattern mastery 100 must solve, and a recurring favorite at Google, Meta, and Amazon for Grid DFS/BFS mastery. Over 30% of candidates get lost handling visited cells or edge cases. If you can handle this, you'll be ready for any connected component problem in an interview. Let's solve number of islands using the basic method, breaking down the problem step by step, so you can handle any matrix traversal with confidence. Given a 2D grid of ones, land, and zeros, water, count the number of islands, groups of horizontally or vertically connected land. An island is surrounded by water and is formed by connecting adjacent lands. 2D grid of characters 1, land, and 0, water, integer, total number of islands. Think about processing satellite images to count disconnected land masses, or identifying clusters in a social network or a game map. Interviewers might ask, how would you efficiently find all clusters or groups in a connectivity map? What's tricky? You must explore all connected ones for each island and ensure each cell is counted only once. Need to avoid double counting or missing isolated cells. Both DFS, recursion or stack, and BFS, queue, work, but must mark cells as visited. Loop through every cell in the grid. When you find a 1, it's a new island. Increment your count. Use DFS, or BFS, to mark all connected ones as visited, for example, change to 0 or mark in a visited set. Repeat until all cells are processed. Let's clarify. For each new one, you flood fill the island, ensuring every connected cell is covered before moving on. 4 directions per cell. Up, down, left, right, no diagonals. Edge cases. Empty grid, return 0. 1 giant island, should count as 1. Many tiny islands, single cells, count each. Initialize island count to 0. Loop through all grid cells. If cell is 1, run DFS/BFS from this cell to mark all connected ones. Increment island count, for DFS/BFS. For each cell, if in bounds and 1, mark as visited, 0 or visited set. Recurse or queue all 4 directions. Return island count. Let's walk through this solution. The main goal here is simple. Count how many separate islands exist in a grid of 1s and 0s. If we don't properly explore and sync each island as we find it, we'll overcount. If each discovered island triggers a DFS that marks all its land as visited, everything works smoothly. Approach. DFS. Time complexity. OMN begins the main method that returns the number of islands. Gets grid dimensions and sets an island counter. Loops through every row. Loops through every column in each row. Checks if the current cell is land. Found a new island. Increment the island counter. Starts DFS to sync the entire connected island. Ends the island check. Returns the final number of distinct islands. Defines the DFS helper to mark connected land as visited. Stops DFS if out of bounds or the cell is not land. Marks the current land cell as water to avoid recounting. DFS downward. DFS upward. DFS right. DFS left. Ends the DFS method. And that's how the number of islands algorithm works. Efficient, simple, and elegant. Now let's verify that the solution behaves correctly on the provided test case. This grid represents a block of land, ones, that is fully connected, forming one single island. The zeros represent water. This matters because all connected ones should be counted as one island, not multiple. The algorithm scans cell by cell. It finds the first one, counts one island, and triggers DFS. That DFS spreads through all adjacent land cells and marks them as visited, 0. By the time scanning continues, no other untouched land remains, confirming only one island exists. This output makes perfect sense because all the land cells were connected, forming exactly one island. So our solution checks out, the result matches the expected behavior, and the algorithm handles this test case correctly. Let's walk through this solution. The main goal here is simple. Count how many separate islands of ones exist in a grid of water and land. If we don't correctly explore each island and mark all its cells as visited, we'll overcount or double count islands. If each discovered land cell triggers a full BFS that marks its whole island, everything works smoothly. Approach: BFS. Time complexity: OMN. Starts the main method that will return the number of islands in the grid. Gets the number of rows and columns, and initializes the island counter to 0. Defines 4 directions: down, up, right, left, to move to neighboring cells. Loops through each row of the grid. Loops through each column in the current row. Checks if the current cell is land and part of an unvisited island. We found a new island, so we increment the island counter. Marks this cell as visited by turning land into water. Creates a queue to perform BFS from this land cell. Adds the starting island cell to the BFS queue. Processes cells in BFS until there are no more connected land cells. Removes the next cell from the queue to explore its neighbors. Iterates over all 4 movement directions. Computes the neighbor's row and column. Checks that the neighbor is inside the grid and is still unvisited land. Marks the neighbor land cell as visited, syncs it to water. Adds the neighbor cell to the BFS queue to continue exploring this island. Ends the neighbor check block. Ends the loop over directions. Ends the BFS while loop for this island. Ends the if block that started when we found a new land cell. After scanning the whole grid, returns the total number of islands found. Ends the new islands method. And that's how the number of islands algorithm works. Efficient, simple, and elegant. Now let's walk through the given test case to confirm the solution works as expected. This grid represents land, 1, and water, 0. You can see one big island in the top left, one single cell island in the middle, and a 2-cell island at the bottom right, so visually, there are 3 separate islands to detect. The algorithm scans from top left to bottom right. When it hits a 1, it increments count and runs BFS to mark all connected ones as 0. The first BFS syncs the 2 times 2 block in the top left, the second BFS syncs the lone one in the center, and the third BFS syncs the connected pair at the bottom right. No other ones remain, and count ends up as 3. This output matches our visual understanding. There are exactly 3 distinct islands, so returning 3 is exactly what the logic should produce. So our solution checks out, the result matches the expected behavior, and the algorithm handles this test case correctly. Let's have a quick recap. We're given a 2D grid of land and water, and our goal is to count how many distinct islands exist. Each island is made up of connected land cells that touch horizontally or vertically. Conceptually, this problem is all about grouping and identifying isolated clusters within a matrix. The main challenge here is avoiding double counting. When we find land, we need to make sure all connected cells are explored and marked before moving on. Both DFS and BFS work here. DFS tends to feel more natural in interviews since it mirrors the flood fill idea. The trick is systematic marking. Once a cell is visited, we never process it again. We loop through every cell in the grid. When we hit a 1, that's the start of a new island, so we increment our counter. From there, we trigger a DFS or BFS that explores all connected land, marking each as visited or converting it to water. Once that's done, we continue scanning the grid until all cells are processed. We structured our DFS cleanly, checking boundaries, marking visited cells, and exploring 4 directions from each one. The entire process ran seamlessly on LeetCode, and the code executed without any errors. After running the solution, every test case passed perfectly. From empty grids to single massive islands, the logic held up. No missed cases, no overlaps, all outputs matched expectations. The key takeaway: mastering grid traversal and marking visited cells is the foundation for countless graph problems. Once you can flood fill confidently, you can handle any connectivity or component counting challenge an interviewer throws your way.